Happy birthday, Virgo. How is it going? Welcome to Wednesday. Welcome to your day. Let's relax. Shall we start off with a couple of deep breaths in? Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Should we have one more? Let's go. Let all of it go, Virgo. Let all of it go. The sun has been in your sign, and I hope you've been feeling empowered and strengthened and full of life and vitality. This season is all about the harvest. We're drawing in the end of summer, and so it's the results of our growth. This is inevitably a time of abundance and fertility, and so I hope you've been feeling really rich in spirit, rich in soul, rich in mind, and rich in body, as well as all of the other material goods too. All right, Virgo, let's see what messages I have to give to you in your highest and best good for all and everyone involved. What do we have to tell Virgo? Virgo, instinctively, I feel like there's work that needs to be done on the breath, on breathing, on regulating your nervous system through breathing. I feel like this also brings you back to the present moment, which is realistically what we have. And it also helps you, I think, collect yourself and ground yourself. I think, Virgo, your breathing will help you also in your meditation, and this being the season of the hermit, the wise hermit, there is something about knowing better than to be go, 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 rush, rush, rush all the time. And as a mercurial, you represent electricity, and that, I think, is something that is second nature to you. First card out, Virgo. That's the 5 of Cups. Virgo, I feel like your perspective may have been fixed on what wasn't working, what was lacking, what hasn't been satiating or fulfilling. And I feel like this may have, I think, consumed your focus and your energy in your entirety to, like a self-fulfilling prophecy, produce more of the same. A somewhat unfulfilling, unsatiating situation with cups that may well have been full of poison anyway. I mean, they couldn't have been so good for you if they have gone. And there is something about you needing to get to your destination, and I think the best way for you to go about doing that is really focus on what you have now, what you have being sufficiently enough to get you where you need to get to, and how it's time for you to change your perspective. And I think set your mark, set your target, set your vision on the future that you know that you want. The 2 of Swords. There's something here about knowing that there is no imminent threat and there's no imminent danger, and so it's probably a good idea to take off the blindfolds and get out of this defensive stance. That energy that's being consumed in failure or the lack of, or what didn't work. I think this is something that all signs go through when the sun initially enters their sign, at least before the first new moon, where the energy is still touch and go. And I feel like there is this energy of defensiveness, and there is this energy of feeling as though you might be under the potential of some form of attack, you know, whatever that might translate as. And I think that the Hierophant Taurian energy here is kind of saying, instead of wasting all of this precious energy on focusing on the wrong things, or things that just are simply not working, and how that's becoming this identity in its own entirety, which is just leading you to this defensiveness, which is just exhausting. It's almost saying, again with the meditation stuff, Virgo, connect, get your antenna receiving the right kind of signal, you know? Where is it that you know that you've almost turned your back on the things that you know that are possible for you, regardless of whatever's gone, based on what you have, who you are, what you've accomplished, what you've attained up until now. And wherever you're feeling this threat, this energy of defensiveness, I really do think it's time to take off the blindfold and be really honest and open and truthful with yourself to see exactly how it might be something that you are making bigger with your imagination, because you're not actually looking at the truth of what's truly going on. And so there is this need for you to get in communion, like-minded energies, like-minded spirits. This is something that might feel like going to a safe space, going to, I don't know, a religious place or something, a church or a mosque or whatever. Wherever your safe space, your holy building may be. For some of us, that's the ocean. For some of us, that's the forest, you know? There is, however, a need for you to sharpen your signals and your antennas and your frequency and your vibration right now, because somehow in your energy, Ten of Cups, in this season, there is this energy of reward and contentment and seeing life as you wish it to be, you know? I feel as if there is very much the possibility of you turning around an emotional existence of lack and not having enough to attaining the utmost abundance, right? The utmost contentment. And it really, really, really is about you connecting and getting out of this defensive energy. For whatever reason you may have become defensive, whatever it may have, I think really now it's about you changing the frequency, readjusting the antenna, and getting the signals and the connection that you need to source through meditation, through religion or your spiritual practice or whatever it is. It's all about connection. Okay, it's not about being a loose wire anymore. It's about connecting and receiving the signal, because there is something here about you attaining a real happy, contented, family oriented situation. And it's about achievement, and it's not about the singular. I love this. Look, Ace of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, and I'm going to take this one to Four of Cups. So I feel as if, and the Four of Pentacles, I've seen it, so I'm going to take it. And I'm going to put that over the Five of Cups, because there's almost something about you being too fixated on what is, and it's about you healing this aspect of you that has kept you in this particular space of really not wanting to see what you're seeing. And there's almost this energy of kind of overriding the program that has so heavily ingrained and imprinted itself in your psyche, where it's now like you're being asked with this sun energy backed with this solar power to confront the fact that it's literally a perspective shift, and the operant power in the shift of perspective has to be the one with the thoughts, i.e. you. And there is so much fixation here. There is so much fixation energy on what could go wrong, what is wrong, what is lacking, why am I in this defense kind of situation, where it's like release and submit. Breathe. This is one of those times where if you are to genuinely allow yourself to disassociate with all of the things that may have brought your vibration down, and understand that fear, lack really leads to inactivity, in activity. And there's way too much here on being stuck or fixated or scared or in fear of movement forward, where ultimately it is saying, you know what, take all of that energy, readjust those antennas and that frequency, and just work on what you know is going to make you grow. And sometimes if that means starting with something really, really small, allow yourself to true progress by taking a step at a time, applying yourself to what nurtures your garden, and taking the best care of you and what grows you and your finances and your stability and your safety and your security. Because Virgo, the hard work that you can invest in yourself is ultimately where the greatest satisfaction comes from. Now, a heart that can't be content with what it has because there's always this feeling of not having enough really is a heart that is absent of gratitude. And I feel like, Virgo, you will be given this opportunity where you are seeing life pour over. And there's so much more than just reserves here. There is an abundance, there is an overflow. And that really helps you attain the power that you need to withhold these 10 of Cups kind of situations, you know? And if the vibe ain't there, you gotta get right with you and your vibration, because there is wild commitments, like seriously serious commitments that are here, and they are so deserving of the best of you. That's literally it. These days it's so easy to get caught up and consumed in everything that's wrong with the world, and we reflect inwards out the reality that we create. And if you are consciously aware of your thoughts and your vibrations in every moment, and if you are truly open to connecting to something that is way more powerful than you and me, and allow the synchronicities and the miracles to transpire through you from your connection to source. With the sun in your sign, you really do allow miracles to happen if you're willing to follow this formula. It's really not that simple. It does require a lot of detachment from media and other nonsensical influences. But there's also this thing about you bringing balance to your own karmic scales and being your own justice, and allowing yourself the victory of having everything that you know is so willfully obtainable by you, if you are willing to work on all of the things that have kept you stuck, stagnant, inactive, through fear, I'm sure. The sun backing you gives you the opportunity to achieve things, Virgo, that you know are rightfully yours. It's just a matter of a shift of perspective. And that comes with a lot of love for the self. And a cup pouring over isn't from a hateful heart. It's from a grateful heart. 6 of Pentacles. I think once you are really in the zone of investing in yourself, you'll be at this stage where the give and take will get balanced if you're willing to honor yourself and your values. The Empress and the 5 of Swords. I think, Virgo, it's safe to say that the battle has already been won and the fight is over. And it's now you embodying everything that your season stands for. This is the Virgin, the purity, the maiden, right? This is the ownership of wealth and abundance through an inherent application of archetypes to your DNA based entirely at the time you were born. You can have all of it if you see yourself as someone who has it all. And it really doesn't matter what anybody says or does in your 3D. If this is who you are, then this is what you do and this is what you attract. And there is no other way about it. Let yourself be really abundant. Just breathe. It's part of who you are. Virgo, book a reading, rubyreadstarot.com. Congratulations to all of you that are currently pregnant, and all of those of you that are really beginning to take this self-worth and this self-love journey to a whole new level. I'm so proud of you. I love you guys lots. Book a reading, rubyreadstarot.com. I can't wait to hear from you.